non-relevant things because then I get points for it. I like the reward system because that gives us, I mean, there's motivation to get it, right? Yeah. Obviously, it's huge. But I don't think it's not encouraging you to converse, right?
Yeah,
it's encouraging you to not be a part of the conversation.
Because this is
a little distracting, eh? We're already on the reality show. I know, right? Okay, so
are we?
No, that'd be over there. So
the same problem could also in the system we are working right now.
Right.
I mean, so you also have question cards, but there's probably a good chance you don't have the answer for that too.
Right, but they stay on the table, right? So when people get answers for them, then they can play on them, and now because they've played on them, they get points because I got the right conversation. I know what to say now. I can play it, right? So it encourages them to think, hey, this question says it's for an interview, and are you good with, or can you use Microsoft Word, right? Then you're looking for a card that says, yes, I know how to use computers, or yes, I can.
But you don't have. I just thought of an awesome idea.
Right.
So we want,
or talk, and then I'll write it, whatever.
So we want to simulate them having a cool story that's inappropriate to tell at a certain point. What if they have a card that says 50 points if you play this card, right? But you have to if you played at the wrong time, it gets negative amount, right? So in your hand, you might have a couple of these topics that are just point chunks that you get to play. So obviously they'll want to play them, but they can only be played in certain circumstances. So, and you can't play them all. And by the end of the round, maybe you might have I really wanted to tell this story about about something. I don't know.
I got, yeah.
You know what I'm saying, right?
I see what you're saying.
I'm trying to simulate
I don't see how it fits yet, but I like the idea of having point chunk cards. Does that make sense? So playing this at a certain time gives you multiple points. But we're kind of doing that in a way because we're encouraging combos, which are playing multiple relevant cards on one conversation, because then it gives you multiple points.
Right. But then there could be other conversations. There could be other topics that are the talk about WoW card. 50 self-satisfaction points, you get to talk about WoW. Awesome. However, if you only get points for that if you play it at the right time. If you play it during story about grandma, boom, you lose 20 points.
If you play it during an interview, right, on any interview card. Exactly. You play it on the friend card, on maybe any time, it's fine.
Almost like a self-distraction card. So in your hand you have a couple cards that are only there to distract the player, right?
It's only playable for
I get 100 points if I play this? Are you joking? Of course I want to play this. So they're going to be doing everything they can to play this, and eventually, hopefully when they play the game enough times, they'll realize, you know what? It's never worth it to try to get that card. If it comes up, maybe. Yeah, good. I'm glad I had an inspiration of something. I'm going to drink. I'll be right back.
Do you have a question?
No, I was trying to talk something so that I'm also in the video.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Great enough.
Yeah, I'm in the video. Okay, it's good.
Okay.
The final idea, what you said, so it may teach them that even if maybe you're awesome in one thing, or maybe. So you shouldn't play that card if it's not an appropriate thing.
Correct. And I think all of our cards are that way, right? So if I play an interview card on a friend card, or a friend conversation, you lose points because
cost you,
it should cost you coins or something. And so Max and I were talking about yesterday. We came up with the coin idea because doing points is really hard in a game like this. There's points flying.
That's actually that's the glory of doing this.
Okay, so doing it as a video game star, no problem, right? Easy peasy. Doing it as a card game, really hard because how do you keep track? And do we want to abstract points as coins?
I would. I thought of Mojo as the system.
Mojo.
Yeah.
Okay. What is it? How do you physically represent that?
Oh, just points.
Okay.
Counter. Yeah.
Just Mojo.
Just call it Mojo. Yeah. No, but one of the I was thinking of this during the presentation is that one of the things that you can get Mojo, you would increase if it.
I don't know if I could give a presentation straight faced by using Mojo. I'm sorry, all I play is Austin Powers in my head the entire time.
Or something, whatever.
No, it's fine.
Let's call it Mojo for now. And let's say it increases if conversations are changed and stopped at the correct paces. Because what makes you cool, right? You're cool if you don't talk about something for too long, right?
Okay.
You're also cool if you are able to change the subject into something more interesting.
Yeah.
Right? So if a subject goes on for too long, if a subject goes on for too long, you lose mojo, right? You start to lose mojo.
So is it just the single that one person or the whole group? Is it a responsibility of the group?
I guess I'm coming for you.
Good. I just want to say good job.
Thanks.
Great presentation. Awesome game. Like seriously, you guys need to make this just as a board game too.
I know.
That's
Yeah.
actually I think
seriously.
talking to Emily and Joe, that's kind of what they almost.
We have to make it a video game.
That's
Well, just right now,
Like, can I
right
just-
now you do. But I mean, if just make this game, like make it. I think it would be fun for like kids.
Yeah, we were talking about having like 8-year-olds, right? Where they're learning conversation.
Or preteens and they're trying to figure out like how to talk to.
Have them play the dating version.
Junior high. Like, no, I think that was great, and I think you did a great job.
Thanks.
So,
Thank you.
yeah, I like it when you can feel the excitement from the presenter about the idea.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you can't.
Right.
And I thought you did a really good job.
So like you said, you gotta.
Zach is
If
probably
you-
one of the best presenters that
Yeah.
we have in our department right now.
See that?
Well, I mean, it was your suggestion, like when you were talking about like presenting My Little Ponies to a group of men.